I'm back at Universal Studios Hollywood to check up on the Super Nintendo World, The Secret Life of Pets, and more. So how about you and I dive right in. And hello everyone, by the way, my name is Dylan. Thank you so much for tuning back in to another theme park obsession video. If you're new to the channel and you love Universal content, feel free to subscribe down below. Hit that notification button because I have brand new videos every single week and you won't want to miss out on that. Before we continue with the park, I just wanted to mention in City Walk, they're still doing some really heavy construction on the new additions to City Walk, as well as taking apart some of the bits and pieces of the Hard Rock Cafe that is now officially gone from City Walk and will be changed to the Twosome Chocolate Emporium, just like in Orlando, Florida. So every single week we'll keep an eye on it, but it's crazy. The week just passed since the last video and the progress on the Hard Rock demolition has been quite significant. So I was surprised to see half that guitar already gone. So I would assume by next week it'll be completely gone, and that will be a part of Universal history. Upon entering the park, you can see they're getting ready for the Lunar New Year celebration here at the park, which is actually really cool. And it starts in just a few weeks, I believe. And across the way, right next to the plaza on the New York Street facades, they have some Lunar New Year decorations all up. I do love the lanterns that get strung up across the street here. I wish they would do more, especially like over here. It would be really cool to see some more lanterns. But nonetheless, I love when they decorate this little area of the park. Every season is something different. Outside of Starbucks, right next to the plaza as well, we have some new signage. These are brand new. I wonder if people were having trouble finding where this location was. Because before there was just only this little logo right here, but now they've put up Starbucks in the front as well as the two signs on the end. Over here at the Secret Life of Pets attraction, opening up sometime this year, I would assume late spring, maybe early summer, the beautiful looking facade is done and it just looks so good. I can't wait to see what they do to the other side of the street here, because I hope they do something, because it looks so different and this just looks awesome. So shout out to the artists and people in charge of making sure that this looks really, really good. And over on the far end over there, closest to Walking Dead, they're installing a fire escape, which is great. It just adds more detail to the already great looking facade. As far as the front is concerned, it looks like they're gonna be adding a fire escape to the front as well. Should be happening in the next couple days. And then I would assume in the next few weeks, this construction wall will be down and we'll be able to walk on the new Pets Place Street, which formerly was Baker Street. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what they do to the other side of the street, because the facades definitely do look old compared to all this new stuff, and they look out of place. And yeah, and I hope once this attraction is complete, they move on across the street and make it just as grand as this. Again, over here at Super Silly Funland, it's a little too cold to play in the water, but they still have it running for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to do it. It's far too cold. And I know for a fact they don't heat the water. I mean, honestly, the more and more I look at this area, instead of a water play area, I feel like they should have put in a merry-go-round or some sort of carousel or something here, just to add more attractions at the park, especially for the young ones that can't really do the simulator ride. You know, adding that one extra ride would make a difference. Before we head into the lower lot, I just wanted to point out, as you walk out of Front Street, you can see a little bit more detail as far as the Lunar New Year celebration that's going to happen in the plaza in the next few weeks, putting up the cherry blossom trees as well as a stage or maybe some sort of show, hopefully a show, because I love when they do shows in the plaza. You can see that they're also reusing some of the Grinchmas stuff. They just put a new little vinyl piece of marketing over it and have, like, you know, Lunar New Year marketing instead of the Grinchmas marketing as far as merch is concerned. It's going to be really cool to see what they do this year, because last year was a lot of fun. They had Mr. Ping out there with the puppet, and they had a couple little shows, and I think they had like a drawing thing. So yeah, it's going to be cool to see what they do this year for 2020. All right, let's make our way down to the lower lot and see what's happening down there. And also, Halloween Horror Nights construction has started. Oh, just kidding, not just yet. Sign on the outside of the building still hasn't been installed, so it's another thing we'll keep an eye on. And wonder if after this comes back from its second refurbishment, I wonder if they'll replace this sign up at the top of the building there. Oh, even over here in Jurassic World, you can see how big the Super Nintendo project is going to be. Look at how huge that show building is. You can see it right over the bar right here and all these other buildings. Alrighty, and then here's a closer look at the Nintendo project, and this is probably going to be the Mario Kart attraction since the show building is so massive. I think Nintendo is going to be such a great addition to Universal Studios, Japan, Hollywood, and Singapore. You know, I'm super excited, and I think this particular attraction, the Mario Kart attraction, because, you know, it's heavily speculated that this project is Mario Kart. They haven't made an official announcement, but all fingers point to it. But anyways, I think the Mario Kart attraction is going to be something else. I think it's going to be an amazing attraction, and I just can't wait. As far as what it looks like up on the top deck, again, just tons of progress on this main show building. There's not too much progress on the left-hand side of the project on the secondary attraction. It just seems like all the work is happening on the main show building for the main, like, you know, e-ticket-esque attraction going into right next to the Transformers. So there's just so much work happening, and it's exciting to see that every single week there's something new as far as structural steel or little bits and pieces here and there. So every week we'll keep an eye on it, and you know, I just want to say thanks for tuning in every week to keep an eye on this project. I really do appreciate it. So exciting things are happening here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Megatron is out, of course, tormenting his guests. This particular performer does a really good job. The movements are really well timed with the person that's doing the voice in the back. Yeah, it does a really good job. So it's cool to see Megatron out having a great time with the guests. And yeah, it's not too long of a line. Usually this line is really long, but yeah, not too bad at all. Every time I see this, I think this is just so darn cool. This is the coolest thing that Universal has done down here. The puppets for Jurassic World are absolutely amazing. You know, if you've never seen this thing, it actually feels like a dinosaur. It has sound effects, everything. It's fully articulating. It's an amazing puppet. And there she goes. She's ready for her break. You know, even dinosaurs have to take a break sometimes. 10 years from now, what's going to be the next best thing? Like this right now, these are going to be the next best things for us. The Nintendo World, and of course, you know, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and of course, all the roller coasters being built at the other theme parks. You know, what's 10 years down the road going to look like? I am so excited to see what that's going to look like. If today's technology is the best they can do, what's going to happen in the future? Alrighty, we've made it over to Hogsmeade, and I always like walking the back way because it's just so nice and peaceful and quiet. I love it back here. And can you believe that they used to use this extended queue? I mean, they still do sometimes when it's really busy during the summer, but this is a lot of people that are waiting in line when you're waiting back here. I mean, it's thousands, because inside the building, inside this big building right here, there's even more queue space. And if you've never been on this attraction, the line, even before you get on the ride, is so incredibly detailed. I think, again, every time I say this, I say it every single time. Take a shot every time Dylan says this, but I think this is the best thing that Universal ever built. And then very quickly, I just wanted to stop in the shops to see if there was anything new, and I'm noticing that these scarves are new to me. I haven't seen these before, and they're $38.95. And they also have these cool pins. This one is Gryffindor. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins for $22, so not too bad. And they have the other houses as well. They have Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. And they also have these wallets. I didn't notice these before. These are kind of neat. Put your annual pass in there, your ID, some cash. And these are $24.95. Some of these keychains are pretty cool too. Like this particular one is $10. I like that. I love the color on that. And they also have a bunch of other ones. Like this owl right here is really cool too. I believe it's a little bit more expensive. Yeah, $15 for the owl. Let's jump inside the Animation Studio store real quick to see what they have as far as Lunar New Year items. And unfortunately, they don't really have anything specific. It's just a bunch of Kung Fu Panda merch. I think that's a missed opportunity. I wish they would do more specialty, you know, related merch items for the different, you know, for the different like festivals they do here. But I mean, these are really cute plushes. They're really cool. These are $24.95. And I would assume the shirts are very similar, $28 for that. So not bad. I mean, if you love Kung Fu Panda, that's perfect, but I wish they would offer a little bit more. Before we close it out, I just want to point out, look at how vibrant the Secret Life of Pets facade is. The entrance to the attraction looks so good compared to everything else. Everything else looks so dull. So I'm sure they'll get to it once we get closer to an opening, but yeah, it looks fantastic even from here. right, well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel and you love Universal content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll stay up to date on every time I post new videos. I also have an Instagram page at Theme Park Obsession where I post there quite often, and sometimes I post content there that I don't post here on YouTube, so be sure to give that a follow as well. But other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.